Nike, a well-known titan in the shoe market, commands an impressive 38% of the total market share, consistently outpacing competitors for years. However, with a drop in sales in Q1 this year, Nike is facing its worst performance since the late 1990s. In February, the company announced a layoff of 2% of its workforce as part of a plan to cut $2 billion in costs. Currently, Nike faces numerous challenges, making it arguably a better time than ever to be a small brand. While newer brands are gaining ground and longtime rivals are experiencing a surge in sales, Nike's shoes are increasingly found on clearance racks. The pressure is on for Nike to recover from significant missteps in recent years and regain its former market dominance. With a shift in priorities, Nike might be on the verge of a comeback. One of the biggest factors that led to Nike's current state was a management shakeup in early 2020. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for updates about current affairs and other topics. This is free for you, but is very much important for us to pay our bills. Nike bid farewell to veteran CEO Mark Parker, who started at the company as a footwear designer in 1979. Under Parker's 16-year leadership, Nike achieved some of its biggest wins. However, when John Donahoe replaced him as the company's fourth CEO, Nike entered a new era. Donahoe's background in leading tech companies significantly influenced Nike's consumer direct acceleration strategy. In 2017, Nike shifted its business model focus, emphasizing direct-to-consumer channels. By 2019, Nike saw substantial growth in e-commerce, with its sneakers app doubling its monthly active users and accounting for roughly 20% of its digital business. This strategic position proved advantageous when the pandemic hit and e-commerce became crucial for many companies' survival. Donahoe doubled down on these initiatives, declaring that the consumer today is digitally grounded and will not revert back. However, this year has shown that betting on oneself isn't always the right move. Nike invested heavily in its digital presence, including global store concepts and 4 mobile apps, hoping to drive customers to its DTC channels. This shift away from retail was aggressive, considering wholesale brought in $25 billion in revenue for Nike in 2019. Ultimately, Nike severed a third of its relationships with sales partners and cut back on the merchandise sold to remaining clients. Initially, things looked promising. Membership in Nike's digital platforms grew to 160 million users, and by May 2020, digital channels accounted for 30% of Nike's sales, 3 years ahead of schedule. However, Nike never reached the 50% goal anticipated by Donahoe. As lockdowns lifted, consumers returned to brick-and-mortar stores, affecting Nike's direct sales. Adding to the challenge, Nike faced significant supply chain issues during the latter half of 2022. Several seasons' worth of products finally arrived at Nike's warehouses, leading to an inventory surge amounting to nearly $9.7 billion. This marked the highest inventory level in the company's history and resulted in a 14% drop in share price. It became evident that Nike had overestimated its DTC potential and needed to re-strategize. Nike pushed too hard and fast on growing its DTC business at the expense of its wholesale partners. Managing its own inventory, Nike tried to protect its brand value by selling many products through widespread discounting. Despite strong demand for Nike products from wholesale channels, the company realized it needed its partners to reach consumers it couldn't otherwise. Although Nike rekindled relationships with some wholesale partners, this wasn't a complete solution. Nike had deprioritized some of its entry-level footwear during the pandemic and the DTC push, but it is starting to come back. While Nike's pricing power remains strong due to its detailed marketplace management, the company decided to churn out some top-selling products like the Pegasus and Air Force Ones to meet revenue goals. However, fashion is a fickle industry, and sales are weakening due to fluctuations in consumer demand and competitive pressure. Retailers continue to slash prices on Nike sneakers at a rate nearly double that of 2 years ago. Nike appears tired at retail, relying on new colorways of established shoes, which is not a sustainable formula for success. The turnover rate for fashion shoes is typically less than 5 years, but brands can extend a product line's lifespan through scarcity. The Jordan line, for instance, is a multi-billion-dollar brand built on this model, with releases often selling out within seconds. In 2021, Demand on the sneakers app grew by 70%, but Nike only met 7% of that demand, leaving profit on the table. Attempts to meet more of the demand diminished the product's hype, leading Nike to revert to its original strategy of limited releases. Innovation is now Nike's greatest emphasis. The company's brand identity is closely tied to its innovative culture, particularly in performance running. Nike's origin story was rooted in running shoes, and dropping the ball here allowed competitors to gain market share. While Nike has some innovation at the top end of the market, newer brands like Hoka and On Running, with their unique designs and cushioning systems, have attracted many consumers. Nike's #1 market share position isn't in jeopardy, but competitors can exploit Nike's vulnerability in the sports lifestyle segment. Products like New Balance's 990s or Adidas's Sambas and Gazelles are popular, presenting a challenge for Nike. Nike acknowledges this, with Donahoe emphasizing the need to improve in certain areas. Despite the recent challenges, Nike's history of innovation includes iconic technologies like the Air Max Bubble, Flyknit, and self-lacing shoes. However, bringing innovative products to market takes time. Recently, Nike announced a new lineup of footwear and apparel products to kick off a multi-year innovation cycle, emphasizing continuous product development. Although Nike expects just a 1% revenue growth for fiscal 2024, it remains unmatched in the footwear industry. Sales have grown significantly under Donahoe, with a 15% increase between 2021 and 2023. Nike's dominance allows it to take big swings without substantial damage. The company continues to handle endorsement deals strategically, signing high-profile athletes and securing new partnerships, like with the German national soccer team. While the Olympics may not drive footwear sales directly, they provide a platform for brands to introduce new products. Despite the recent downturn, many experts aren't betting against Nike, believing the company will navigate its challenges and continue to lead the market. Several key lessons can be learned about corporate strategy, market adaptation, and the importance of innovation. Leadership changes can have significant impacts. The transition from Mark Parker to John Donahoe marked a shift in Nike's strategy. Leadership changes can lead to significant strategic shifts, which may or may not align with the company's strengths. Direct-to-consumer (DTC) strategies require balance. Nike's aggressive push towards DTC channels initially showed promise, but ultimately revealed the risks of over-reliance on one distribution method. Balancing DTC with wholesale partnerships is crucial for maintaining market reach and flexibility. Supply chain management is critical. The pandemic highlighted vulnerabilities in supply chains. Effective inventory management and agility in responding to disruptions are essential to prevent overstock and associated financial impacts. Innovation must be continuous and market responsive. While Nike has a strong history of innovation, maintaining leadership in the market requires continuous investment in new products that resonate with consumer preferences. The shift in consumer interest towards newer, tech-driven brands like Hoka and On Running underscores the need for ongoing innovation. Brand and product scarcity can drive demand. Nike's experience with the Jordan line and limited releases demonstrates that controlled scarcity can enhance product desirability and brand value. Oversaturating the market can dilute the brand's allure. Consumer behavior is dynamic. Post-pandemic shifts back to brick-and-mortar shopping indicate that consumer behaviors are not static. Companies must remain adaptable to changing consumer preferences and shopping habits. Strategic partnerships are valuable. Despite the move towards DTC, the return to wholesale partners shows the enduring value of strategic partnerships in reaching broader markets and maintaining brand presence. Marketing and brand management are key. Nike's success in maintaining strong pricing power and brand identity through detailed marketplace management highlights the importance of strategic marketing and brand positioning. The importance of resilience and long-term planning. Companies need to be resilient and have long-term strategies that account for market fluctuations and unexpected challenges. Nike's planned multi-year innovation cycle reflects this approach. Global market dynamics. The incident also underscores the importance of understanding and adapting to global market dynamics, such as digital transformation trends and the competitive landscape. These lessons underscore the complexity of maintaining market leadership and the need for a multifaceted approach to strategy, innovation, and market engagement. Please don't forget to subscribe to this channel for updates about current affairs and other topics. This is free for you, but is very much important for us to pay our bills.